care what they say. I'll buy time with my money, laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's a dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building up the talent. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this. Keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here, never looking back. I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money, laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's a dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building up the talent. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this. Keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here, never looking back. I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, modest, but the speed lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest, designer in drip, I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave, don't care what they say. I'll buy time with my money, laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest, designer in drip, I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's the dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building up the challenge. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest, designer in drip, I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this, keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here, never looking back. I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but the speed lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest, designer in drip, I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave, don't care what they say. I'll buy time with my money, laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest, designer in drip, I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's the dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building up the challenge. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest, designer in drip, I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this, keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here.
All right, hello everybody. Let me open up the music in the background because obviously I would get annoyed if I do not have anything in the background. Let's do a really quick check for the audio. I hope you can hear me, and I do hope that we do not have any problems there. So let's see. Just type something in the chat if you can hear me. By the way, I am live in the Discord, so if you do not have the Discord, check it out. Go to bitaxe.org and go over to the Discord. If you're not in there, I will sit this entire screen in the general voice, so if you want to ask me anything, so then you can just hop in there and things should be fine. So audio seems to be our Let me quickly do some stuff. There we go. Now you should be able to hear me on this camera as well. So I do have a top view and I do have the other camera angle. Let's see how things go. Yeah, so hello, welcome to everybody. Seems like the audio is all right. That's perfect. As you do see, we have a PCB here, a Bitaxe PCB, and it's completely naked. It's bare bone. So yeah, this one is gonna be able to change today. We want to solder this live on stream. I got this from a company called RG Zen in Spain, and if you do not know them, let me quickly post this in the chat, or let me quickly go over to the computer. So I'm currently at the website of RGZ Electronics, and they provided me this kit so that everything is clear here. I got this from them to assemble this live on stream for you guys. In the chat I will ping it in there as well so that you can see this over there. So yeah, let me also enable the audio in Discord. So if you again, if you do have any questions, or if you just want to hang out and chat with me, just come in the Discord in the general voice. I'm sitting there. Be aware that if you talk, your voice will probably be transported over to the stream as well. So if you don't want your voice to be on the stream, don't go in the voice chat. But if you do have any questions or anything else, everything about the Bitaxe or whatever I do here is gonna be on stream, and you can ask me about everything. So yeah, I just quickly wanted to show you the website. Let's go back to the actual camera. All right, so we do have this board here, and that is basically the Bitaxe board. Let's see if the camera is a little bit bad. Let me quickly change the camera settings 1 second so that we do not have any automated focus. This should stay the same. There we go. So now it should be better. All right, so yeah, this PCB is naked. It's bare bone currently, so nothing is on it. And we do have a ton of plastic bags here with lots of components. Basically, each bag is one component. And I got this from RGZ Electronics from Spain. So to all my European guys out there, check out the link that I posted in the video description. Not in the video description, in the live chat. I'm sorry, used to saying this. Let me see if I can pin this. There we go. It's now pinned, so you can find their shop there. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to live assemble this with you. This will be interesting. Probably a really long stream. And we do have lots of components that we do need to put on here. I also do have the possibility to get you a near view. I still need to get myself hands-on some sort of a electronic scope or whatever they call it to get a better view to you guys out there. But I think for today this should be fine. It's more of a guide for you guys to listen to view and to understand what's needed in here. So let's go over some basics of soldering. I do have some solder paste here, and yeah, I do not have any links to solder paste or stuff like this, and I will not provide any links. But solder paste is a topic for itself, and it can be really difficult to handle the right amount of solder paste. Some solder paste they melt quicker, some melt not so quick like at higher temperatures and stuff. It's difficult, and yeah, sometimes I don't know, like you need to have yeah, a good understanding of what you're doing with solder paste. So this one is just a cheap one of Amazon. To apply this solder paste, I do have this so-called stencil. That's basically some sort of a mask that I can put above the PCB. So I got this kit here from AGZ Electronics, and the only thing that I need to do is to put in the PCB here, and then I can take this stencil and put it over here. And as you can see, there are some free spaces. And what I will do is basically just put a big amount of solder paste on here, and then I will use some sort of a credit card or anything else to scrape it into those holes so that the right amount of solder paste is in the holes. That's the thing that I want to do. And after that, we can place all the components, and then it comes to the heat. Let me quickly show you something else. This here is a heat gun that I do have. It's also a cheap one of Amazon. Just, what did I pay? Like maybe 20 bucks. It's really cheap. It does its job, so it's fine to me. And probably the hardest part will be to place all the components. I will also need to take a look on the PCB first, because I just unboxed it and I just put everything on this table here. And now I need to get myself a view of where I want to start. Maybe I want to start with the small components. Yeah, I probably should start with the small components. It's not so easy. And I really need to tell you guys, it can be quite difficult to assemble something like this from hand. But yeah, let me get you guys another view. There we go. Let's see if we can zoom in there a bit. So now you can see the Bitaxe a little bit better. The PCB here is a beautiful one. I do love the color. And I think we now can get started. Like, we do have all those components. The stream will probably be a little bit messy, due to the fact that I do need to search for the components, and I haven't sorted anything. Probably not the best idea, to be honest. But that's how it is. It's what you want you to see, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's see if we can place the stencil here on first. And I don't want to use this solder paste. I want to use something else. I do have a second one that I got from Amazon. This one is not really good, but it does have a higher temperature melting point. That's the reason why I want to use this instead of the other one, because I am fearing the issue that when I start melting this solder paste on here and I do swap the board around, that components will fall off. That's probably something that could happen. So let's go ahead and let me quickly grab a credit card so that I can scrape the solder paste around. By the way, if you do have any questions, again, feel free to ask anything in the chat. Or if you don't want to ask anything in the chat, you can also hop into to the Discord. I am live in the chat there, so if you want to ask me things, you can do so as well. I probably really just use my subway card. Wait, let me see if I can change this quick. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. So yeah, so the Bitaxe, general speaking about it, is progressively being improved. We are currently sitting at the version 2.04. So yeah, things are getting better. We do sort out the components that we do place on the board a little bit better and stuff like this. Also the software is as well improving. Do you have the interactive bomb? Yeah, Ben, I do. I do have this on PC. But speaking about this, I only have components for this board, so I do not have any multiple components, anything else, so that's good. AGZ Electronic also sent me some of those pictures here so that I can see where I need to place a couple of different things. That's good. That's good. We will start from the small components to the bigger ones, I believe, in this today's stream. So let's apply a little bit of solder paste here. So it's also the first time for me doing something like this with a stencil. Opa, there we go, it's a big amount. But let's get this credit card going and let's scrape some of the solder paste in those holes. So as you see, I just scraped a little bit with the credit card, and it could be a mess. Maybe I need to clean it after this. I'm not sure if the stencil is sitting here all right. I'm just doing what I think is right. So if anything here that I'm doing is wrong, feel free to correct me. So yeah, let's move a little bit of the solder paste around here. So one of the major issues when it comes to soldering or actually assembling a Bitaxe is the size of the components. We do see that those holes that I'm filling here now with the solder paste, they are really, really tiny. And that's one of the major issues when it comes to do stuff like this live on stream or even as a human being. You know, normally or ideally you would have a device do stuff like this for you. So let's see, we need a little bit more, or maybe I do have some on the card here. Yeah, perfect. So let's try to get all of this stuff in here. By the way, it's smelly. If you didn't know this, some solder paste is smelly, or maybe everything, I'm not sure. Every solder paste, but yeah, this one is smelly. Seems like I filled all the holes. Let me see, there's something left here. Yeah, let me apply a little bit more here on the U9 section. All right, for the first time doing this, seems to be good enough. Okay, let me quickly clean my card. And let's see how it looks. So I will now uplift the stencil. And as I thought, it looks like a mess. Yeah, so I probably need to clean it. So what I should do probably ideally is to maybe use some tape to align the stencil a little bit better to this board. Because as you see, it looks a little bit messy. That's not ideal. For some components it's fine, as you see for D1 it's fine. For the resistor components up here it's also fine. But for most of them, this is way too much solder paste on most of those components. So we need to clean this. Yeah, let me quickly clean this. Should be done quite quickly. Clean the stencil first. Shouldn't be an issue. I mean, you know, if I feel like the stencil is not good, what I'm talking about, like I cannot really compare if this stencil is good or not. I never worked with a stencil, but I do believe that I need to handle this a little bit different. So let me quickly get a wiping thing here and let me quickly clean this off. Shouldn't be big of an issue. It's really done the Holy creek. Good thing about this is I haven't soldered anything, so everything is clean on this board here. Just for the sake of being here, I want to use some isopropanol alcohol. Too much spreading around, big glob of paste, wipe with the card. Yeah, Ben, thanks, you're right. That's what I should do. All right, so let me clean this with some alcohol here as well. And let's put the stencil back on. So I cleaned the back side of the stencil here. Let's put this back on here. And let's do what Ben recommended. Ben is always here. That's really amazing. Thank you, mate, for being here. Let's do a big blob. And let's scrape around with the card. By the way, if you guys are wondering why I am doing so, that's what I have seen on other videos, like how people do this. One motion with the card. You can chill paste in fridge. Ah, yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know this, so that's good that you're here. and telling us this. And let's see, let's scrape some stuff here around. Seems like I got everything now this time. All right, let me close the alcohol. It's smelly a little bit. By the way, I do hope more make a line or at the top. Interesting. Yeah, let me quickly take a look on it. You might be right that I need more, but I want to see if this one is looking better. I mean, this one is looking way better than before. Let me move this stencil around. This one is looking way better. So let's inspect. So everything that I want to do here should be verified that everything is fine here. Let me also see if I can get you guys a good view. So this time I'm trying to get a good angle for the soldering that I'm doing here. So the top section, this one here looks all right. There's not too much paste on it. The U8 section looks a little bit messy. Also the Q1 and Q2 looks a little bit messy. Probably a little bit too much. But I think that's something we can work with. I really think that's something we can work with. The amount of solder paste on all the resistors at the top is not that much, but I think that should be fine. So I think that's something we can work with. Yeah, I really think so. So let's see. The next step for me is to just grab one of the bags and place the components there. A good thing about the do-it-yourself kit from RGZ Electronics is, let me show this to you, they do name all those plastic bags. So I do know what kind of component is in here. What can be a little bit tricky is to get the component out of this bag. I will do so in a second. But so far, things look good to me in the first place. So let me move my stencil and the card. 1 second. Let me quickly clean the stencil. It's probably a better idea instead of just laying it somewhere. I also do have like a limited space here in my room, so yeah, not that much space that I can use. So all right, let's take a look. So I do take R11 out first. R11 sits here. Ben, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I do think that R11 is a DOP, so a do not place. So I think we do not even need to place this one. Black Mag is asking which temperature does this solder paste has. The solder paste that I do have here has a melting temperature between 200 to 220 degrees. I will probably go a little bit higher just for the sake of doing so. Hello at Homer SEZ. Great that you're being here. So let me grab a couple other components. I do have Y11. That's one of the bigger ones. That's good. So let's start with this one instead of R11, because R11 is a DOP and should not be placed. So RGZ Electronics, if you're watching this, keep in mind you do not need to place R11, so you can move this out of your ordering list. All right, so let me show this to you guys. So this is really a tiny component. This is the actual clock. Let's see if I can zoom into this. Yeah, the component is really small, as you see. But this one I need to check, but it shouldn't have any orientation, the clock. Or does it? Oh, it does. My bad. So let me figure out on which side I need to place this. All right, let me grab one of my other Bitexes. I do have a couple other ones. I also have this one here, the pink one. That's the one that I got from the Central and soldered in the first time ever soldering. So all right, let me place this. So Y11 goes in here, and I'm a little bit shaky today, not sure why, but it is what it is. All right, so let me zoom in a little bit more to the board so that you guys see a little bit more. So we placed Y11 here. Let's grab the next bag. We do have R15 here. So this is a resistor that will go up on the top here. I hope you saw this. Yeah, this is R15. So that's also a great thing about this board. Everything is labeled on this board. So whenever you need to change a component or anything else, you know where it needs to go. That's a great thing about it. I'm also thinking about how you could improve, or not improve, but how you could make this quicker. Let me show you this component. This one is really, really tiny. You see this? That's freaking tiny. I hope that I do not lose it. Okay, let me see how I can get it out there without losing it. I'm trying to be gentle. I'd love to show you this, show you guys this on the camera, but I'm trying to be very gentle with the packaging of this resistor. So this here is the resistor, the small dot that we do see here, and this one needs to be placed up here. All right. Yeah, Decentral, you're right. Y1 can be placed both ways. That's true. It was a mistake of mine. Let's see how we can get this out here. So let's be gentle, let's be slow. At the top I do have, or at the tip I do have the resistor, and let me place it really quickly here. You see this? That's the resistor, and we need to place it really, really gently on there. By the way, I'm not sure about this, but maybe you guys can show me. I do see that one side of this resistor is white and the other one is black. I do believe that the black side comes up, but there shouldn't be anything that that's different if you do place it the other way around, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's it. So let me get this. Also guys, keep in mind this stream will be very slow because I want to place every component on the stream. Seems like this one doesn't want to come off. Let me grab another pair of tweezers. No, all right. Yeah, that's not placed good. Let me quickly grab my goggles so that I can see it. So it seems like I need to clean up my tweezers here a little bit. Yeah, so this stream will be slow and steady. There we go. We got it. Let's see if the zoom... There we go. R15 has been placed. So let's move on to the next one. Let's zoom out a little bit here. And let me place the bag somewhere else so that I do not get confused. Let's move with a little bit of a bigger component, and that is U11. Not sure if this is on this side. Should be. U10 is there. U1. I do have U11 here in my hands, so I need to find it on the board. U11 up there. All right. So the next component will be U11. Let's see if the camera can focus on this. Yeah, there we go. So U11 needs to go up there. And this one indeed does have a orientation. Yeah, thanks Jonathan for making this clear to Drago's host. Please, if you do have any complaints about shipping and stuff, I mean, we are currently in the Christmas time, so I believe all those shipping companies have lots of things to do, but please do not pollute the stream about this. This is something that I'm not related to. So let's take a look on the next component. Here we go. This is U11 and needs to go up there, and it does have 3 legs on the one side and 2 legs on the other side. So the orientation should be clear, just in case that you're wondering. So this placement should be fairly easy. I need to clean this a little bit better. So the tweezers, because they're a little bit sticky. I don't know why. Let me quickly grab a tissue and some alcohol. There we go. Yeah, thanks Ben for doing so. Drago's host, I'm not trying to be mean or anything else, but please keep stuff like this out of my stream, because I'm not a company and I'm not reliable for anything that is has been to do with companies. And if companies have shipping issues, anything else, I bet they will truly make this clear, or at least write you an email about this, or make any statement about this. But nevertheless, speaking about shipments, I have shipped one of my Bitaxes over to the USA, because there is a giveaway currently going on. I hope that those guys who receive my Bitaxe will shortly make an announcement about the Bitaxe as well. But it took over, what was it, 14 days to get it over to the USA. This was really hilarious for me. Like, it was sitting at the airport in Frankfurt for 10 or 12 days. And now it's sitting in the customs on the US side. So yeah, shipping companies, they do have a problem. Okay. We got U11 seated. Let's go ahead and let's go with the next component. We do have U6 here. This will be the next component. And by the way, if you guys are wondering why those components are zipped into a plastic bag, and after this we need to take it out of a tray like this. Those plastic trays are normally on a big roll with thousands, multiple thousands, sometimes even millions, if I'm not mistaken, of those tiny components, and machines can pick them out of this plastic bag and seed them. So what was this U6? Let's take a look where we can find U6. U6 should be down there. So we do see U6 down there. Let's grab this out here. We do have 2 legs on the one side and 3 legs on the other side, so the orientation of this should be clear. Let's grab this component and let's move it on here. I'm really shaking today, I'm not sure why. Also, the camera alignment is not really good today, because I want to give you guys a good experience about what it means to solder this stuff, but now the camera is actually sitting in front of me. That's kind of an issue. I do have U5 next. If the music or anything in the background is too loud for you guys, just tell me, then I can move it or reduce the noise of it. If you want me to increase the music, I can also do so. Let me see. There we go. Now we do have a little bit of music in the background. If it is too loud, just say something in the chat or write something in the chat and we can do so. Oh fuck. Speaking about losing components, I just lost U5. found it again. But yeah, let's move on with this component. Speaking about U5 and U6, that's really interesting. I have seen a lot of people having issues soldering themselves those components. We do have U5 here, and U5 and U6, they seem to be the same, but they're not. They do have different output voltages, and sometimes people mess those up or mess them up. That's probably the appropriate way to say it. So yeah, make sure to place them in the correct way. So U5 to U5 and U6 to U6. U6 should be 0.8 volts and U5 should be 1.8 volts. So that's the difference basically between them. But it's really important to have them on the correct side. So the next component that I do have here with me is U9. So the one up here. I'm not sure if this is good yeah. The solder paste looks a little bit messy, so it could be that we do assemble this Bitaxe here live on stream, and maybe I do another stream to actually go through a couple of steps on how to figure out what could be an issue, because I bet that I will have some solder issues. Speaking about this, if you do stuff like this manually by hand, you can really quickly face issues about components that have in either way too much or too less solder paste. So both ways is not good. Too less, they do not have a stable connection, and too much is they can short their circuit. Okay, let's zoom out quickly. We do have the next component, and let me try to get a view of this component. We do have U9, and I know it's not really clear on camera, but we do see a small dot on this IC. So this dot should align with the dot on U9. Let me show you what I mean. If we zoom in here, you see there is a tiny dot on U9, and this one needs to be aligned. So let's grab U9 and let's place it as good as possible. Let me move my camera a little bit here. Yeah, this should be a little bit better. So placing those components needs really time. Let me zoom out here. So we do have a couple components. Just a ton more components left. So the next one that we do have is U8. This one is one of my hated components. I will show you why. It's also a funny component. So this one here is U8, and you do see it has really a ton of legs. The solder paste looks like a mess, but it is not that much solder paste. So it could be that everything aligns out well and the solder paste is magically going there where it should be. So that's what I do hope. If not, I really need to do another stream and show you guys how to fix stuff like this. Alright, so speaking about this, let me put the this component here on the tray as well. So you see this component has a ton of legs, and this one does not really have a dot. It does kinda. So there is a small engravement on it, a what's it called, like a dot-like engravement, and this dot needs to align with the dot that we do have here. Basically, I should have told you everything that you need to know now about placing components, but I bet for some of you it's really interesting to follow me and do those steps while my hand is shaking like hell. Let me move the tray up here a little bit. There we go. So there we go. U8 has been placed. It's absolutely ugly how I do this, but it is what it is. The next one that we do have is R16. So R16 is also a resistor, a really tiny component. Let me quickly figure out where R16 sits. So we do see R16 here. So let me get this out of the box, out of the bag. There we go. Got it out of the bag, and the next thing that I need to do is to get it out of its tray. Like you see, the tray is really small, and then I need to get it out there. So this takes a little bit of a moment, but just bear with me. We will get there. So it's probably way easier to order some of those halfway assembled ones. If you want to get a halfway assembled one, you can do so at Decentral. If you want to support this channel, you can also go over to the website wantclue.de/bitaxe. This will get you over to the Decentral do-it-yourself kit or the Ultra kit, but with my referral link. And speaking about this and being clear with this, I do get a small commission of every sale with my link. So just if you want to know this, I do not want to hide this from you. So I do have the component R16. Let's try to place it. Seems like I need my second tweezers. Yeah, I moved it around 1 second. So I'm trying to align the black side up. Maybe the other tweezers are a little bit better here. No, it sticks to both of them. It's really unfortunate. Let me see if I can get it off here. So the solder paste itself is a little bit sticky. That's one of the issues that we do see here. Yeah, it's not really willing to come off. Ah, damn it. So it fell right next to it. I was hoping it fell on top of it. Placing something like this is really annoying. But I mean, I need to do so, right? So let's see if you can get this finally on here. So it's placed. Absolutely ugly, but it's placed. Yeah, I need to clean the tweezers. Let me do this again. It's probably better to do it twice than just once. But yeah, speaking about this tool for all the, or for this Bitaxe assembly that we do see here, for all the new viewers that joined in here, I do have a pinned message to the shop where I got this kit from. It's RGZ Electronics. It's a Spain-based company. So if you are from the EU states or somewhere near Spain, you can order from there instead of from overseas. Yeah, so let's move on. I don't want to place another resistor now. I want to place something bigger. Let's go with U7. U7 is a kind of big one. Yeah, let's go with U7. It's way better. So we do have U7 here. And let's get U7 out of its little box here. Let's try to place this. I really do hope that you guys enjoy this and that you are not bored about what I'm doing here. It really takes time and it really takes patience to do so. So leave me a like if you do so. And speaking about it, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn, oh damn. I lost the component again. Okay, let me see where it fell. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my pace is really running, that's true. Let me quickly open up my room here so that it cools down a little bit. I should have done so earlier, but it is what it is. As always, I'm not a professional doing it, so that's just my hobby. Yeah, sorry if I'm not saying anything currently. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in chat. I'll try to answer them as good as possible, but currently I'm looking for a component. I found it. Here it is. I'm sorry for the interruption, but yeah, speaking about this one, it's U7. This one will go here. U7 is for the temperature control, or basically in there is a temperature sensor, and this one will be used to control the fans of the Bitaxe. So let's place this. This obviously as well does have a dot on it. Let's move this around to show to you guys. So we do see that we do have a small dot engraved in here, and it needs to align with the dot that we do see here on the board. So let's get this one. And let's place it. There we go. So U7 is placed, probably not perfectly aligned. But yeah, speaking about aligning things, I do not have any oven to cook the PCB. So we see U7 is on there. It's not perfectly aligned. Now it's a little bit better. So I will not put this in an oven to cook it and to actually melt the solder paste. I will use my heat gun. By doing so, I need to reduce the airflow and increase the temperature, but I hope it should be fine. The major concern about using a hot air gun is that you can blow away any of those small components, like all those resistors that you can barely see, like on top here, the R16 that we placed there, R15. This one is so tiny, you can easily blow it away if you're not careful. So you need to really have the hot air gun on a slow airflow level and on a high temperature so that it melts quickly. Because as soon as it melts and it gets sticky to the PCB, we do have, we do see that it will no longer come off, hopefully. So the next component that we do have here is U2. Let's take a look where U2 is. We do see U2 is, there we go. It's here. And let's place this component. So this one as well obviously has a dot on it. So we need to get the dot and align it with it. So let me show this to you again. We do see in the top right corner is a dot. We need to align the dot with the dot on the board. And the dot on the board is above the, I'm not sure if you can see, there's right next to C20, there is the small dot. So this one would go like this orientation with the dot to the top left. There we go, U2 has been placed. Alright, let's go with the next one. Let's grab a couple of those bigger ones because they go a little bit quicker. We do have U1 here with us. U1 should be... Is it U1? Yeah, that's U1. U1 should be on... Where is it? Searching for stuff. There we go. U1 is down here, right next to the TP7 point. By the way, speaking about those TPs, those TPs are there. They're called test points. And what I will do next, or what my next plan is, I'm not sure if I will do this year or maybe next year. Depends on how much time I do have between the holidays. I will try to do a video and test one Bitaxe of a Bitaxe Max and the Bitaxe Ultra to get all the voltage readings from all those TP points. I do know that there are some numbers floating around, but I do have Bitaxes that are from manufacturers that I wanted to test myself, and yeah, that's what I will do next, so that we do have some sort of a how should we call this? Yeah, a overview of how those TPs should look like if you ideally placed everything and everything is working. It's also a way to debug probably a little bit of your board. So if you do face any issues while doing the do-it-yourself kits, it's always handy to have numbers that you can actually try to read through, and then you know what kind of components might be the issue. Speaking about components, we do have U1. There's also a tiny point, we do see it here, and there's a tiny point on the component as well. It's really not easy to see the point on this component because it's just written onto it. But there we go. We placed U1 as well. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, let's see. C28, this... wait, let me zoom out, sorry. C28 is a bigger component. This will go on the other side of the PCB, so I will need to put this away and use this one later. We do have U10 now. If I'm not mistaken, U10... there we go. It's right in the middle. It is above R16. Let me get U10 out of this package here. I really love that RGZ Electronics puts every single component in its own bag. It makes it way easier for you to handle those things. As you see, it makes it way easier for me to just grab one component and then place it on the position where it needs to go. So this one here with a couple of legs, 8 legs in total. Here we see this. This one is U10. It does has the dot in the bottom right section, and we need to move it around so that the dot is on the top left one, because we need to place the dot right here. Okay, we do have a question from Timeless Treasure Hunter. Are those STL files for those stencil holder also be available? That's something that I do not know. RGZ, I bet you're in the stream. Not sure if you are publishing the STL files for this blue stencil holder. Let us know if you do. So let's place U10. There we go. U10 has been placed. Quite good. All right, let's move forward. We do have a ton of bags laying here, and I'm trying to avoid the resistors for now. We do have a ton of resistors. Let's move with something bigger. We do have Q4. Q4. This one here is Q4. Let's take a look where we can find Q4. I'm searching. So if I'm just saying nothing for a couple of seconds, I'm probably just searching on the board. I do know that we do have Q1 and 2 up there, but I'm not sure where we do have Q4. Let's see, it has 3 legs, so it should be easy to find this one. Q4, I found it. Up here is Q4. sometimes a little bit tricky to find all those components, right? There we go, Q4. I'm showing the STL files these days for the PCB holder. That's nice, that's really nice, I really appreciate it. So that's good. Alright. By the way, RGC, if you're doing so right now, feel free to share the link to the STL files also in this live stream, so that people can get it if they want. So let me get this component out here. This only has three legs, so the orientation is simple. We do have 2 legs on the right side and 1 leg on the left side. So let me turn it around quickly and then we can place it. By the way, for the people that are wondering how I am answering questions that are not in English, you can also ask me questions in German if you want. I will just read them out loud in English. Yeah, so Q4 has been placed. Not perfect, let me see. There we go. Q4 has been placed. So now we do have 2 bigger ones. We do have Q1 and Q2. Those ones are the same component. We just need to place them here, Q1 and Q2. The orientation is upside down. So one goes up, the other one goes down. That's a really easy component to place. I am in fear of the capacitors and all the resistors that I need to place, because there are really many of them. And they are really tiny. That's the reason why machines do this. I'm not sure why I am doing this. But yeah, we're going there. So let me get the first Q out here. So we do have Q1 or 2, whatever. We do have them here. You see there's a dot here. And the way how this works is pretty simple. The dot up here is for Q1 and the dot down there is for Q2. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's correct. So let me grab it. I'm still shaking. I'm trying to get a little bit less shaky today. But it's not something that I do every single day. So yeah. That's why I am a little bit shaky here. So, okay, we do have the next Q. That's Q2. And we do place this upside down. So the dot, as you see, goes to the bottom left. Alright, let's go with a bigger component. We do have L1. L1, this one is a massive one. Not sure if we place it now. Yeah, we can do so now. Oh, no. Let me save this for later, because L1 will go there. And if I would place it now, it would interfere with seeing all the other components here. There we go. Alright, let's go with another component. We do have D1. D1 will go here. It's also kind of a big one. And it's an easy one. It's a no-brainer. It should have an orientation. There are a couple of components in here that do have an orientation. Or Ben, correct me if I'm mistaken. A couple of those components do have an orientation, but it's not visible on the board. What do I mean by this? For example, we do have a C46 and there's not like a dot or anything else. Those tweezers are really sticky. There we go. That's D1. So we do have the component C46, the capacitor 46. It's a little bit bigger one. There we go. I see it. I see it right here. Let me show it to you. This one here. This is C46. And it kind of does have an orientation. You do see there's a plus on this IC. There you go, the plus. And we need to orientate the plus to the plus on the board. So the plus needs to go to the right. So that's maybe a little bit tricky if you do this the first time, but yeah, should be fine. Also guys, feel free to ask me anything about the bit aches, or maybe if I cannot answer them, Ben will probably answer them, because he is one of the big brains here. Let me place 46 now. I'm going with the big components because I love them a little bit more. Alright, we do have C46. C46 comes right below. C46 is on top of C47. There we go. Numbers, 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 numbers. Let me place the next one. This one does not have an orientation, so we can place it however we want. And that's what I will do here in a second. So this is the component, and let's place it on there. Yeah, my tweezers are so damn sticky. You see? There we go. C46 placed. Perfect. Let's move on. The interesting part will come in, I don't know, maybe an hour or 1.5 hours. I'm not sure how long this will take me to place everything. C13, let's see if we can place it now. So C13 is down here. Let's C13, it's also a big one, as you see. I'll save this for later as well. It's a little bit too big. C45, no. Let me see if I can find C34, 36 and 37, because those ones are next to it. There we go. Here we go. We do have those 3 ones in one bag. Everything is the same. It's easy. It's handleable. Let me get my other tweezers here. Alright, so let's go with C34 first. Now the next one, C36. I'm really shaky, I'm sorry guys. There we go. All right, some components placed. Let's see, we do have a bag of multiple resistors here. There are 4 in here, 4 of them. We do have R1, R4, R6 and R9. Let's see where they go. I do see R1. R1 is here. Now we need to find R4. Yeah, this will be interesting. So R1, now we need R4. R4, where are you? Maybe we skip it for now? Not sure. Let's move on with the next one. We do have R2, and R2 is kind of easy because it's all the way down the bottom here. There's R2. Da, 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 da. So if you guys are wondering about the namings of those things, as I said in the beginning of the stream, TP stands for test points, R stands for resistor, C stands for capacitor, U I have no idea, and Q I have no idea. Yeah, and Y is the only thing that I do know. That's for the crystal. That's for like actually getting timing on those components. Some components are time They need some sort of a timer. That's what Y1 is for. I'm trying to peel off currently the tape that is above the resistor 2. Yeah, I want to reply myself really quickly. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask them in chat, or if you want to have a chat with me, just comment to the Discord and just just have a chat over there with me. I'm in the voice. Be aware that when you come on the voice, that I will live stream your voice into the World Wide Web as well. So if you don't want this to happen, then just ask in this chat here. So there we go, I got it. Here we see it. This tiny one. That's perfect. That's the placement, guys. See? It's sitting there nice and tight. I'm not sure what you're sharing there, Ben. electronicsstackexchange.com. I have no idea what kind of website this is. Yeah, as we switches 1 and 2, this is for the other side. Let's see what else we do have. We do have one microfarad ones. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we do have a bag full of capacitors, guys. C2, C3, and so on. Yeah, let's move on with the resistor 13 for now. I believe that's a little bit better. I think I might know where this is. 13 is up here. Let me zoom in there. There is 13. Alright, let me get it out of the bag and let me place it. Key for silk screen. Alright. So I do got the next one, R13, and let's place it. Okay, damn, it's sticky. It's not good. Ah, we got it. Let me check with my zooming goggles. I cannot really repeat myself often enough, guys. This is a process that takes time. So yeah, it might be a little bit boring to you guys, but I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the pace that I can go. I cannot go quicker, for now at least. So let's see, we do have 2 more resistors. We do have R3 and R5. Let's take a look where we can find them. So let's zoom out a little bit of the board. R3 and R5. We are looking for you. I do see R5 is over here. So now let's find R3. Should be in range somewhere. R3 is up here. There we go. So we need to place R3 and R5. Alright. And I'm just saying this out loud to actually notice what I'm talking here about. Sometimes, you know, you lose your mind. And I'm not sure if I will lose my mind today, but could happen. Like, those components are so tiny. Imagine I would lose one of those resistors. Then I'm basically yeah, then I basically can end the stream now. Just joking, but speaking about this, that's the reason why I am just so slow. I want to actually make everything as good as possible. So let's place the components up here. R3 goes right there, and let's take the other one. R3 and R5 are both the same. So that's why they are both in the same bag. There we go. We placed both of them. Perfect. Let's move on with the next one. We do have R10. R10 is in this bag here. Also, one nice thing that I haven't talked about is I just talked about the naming R10, R11, whatever. But in here is actually the component and a DK, a digi-key number. So basically this is an identifier for this actual part. So there is a website called digi-key, and there you can order basically every single component that you can imagine when it comes to electronics. And with this exact part number that they do place in this plastic bag here, you can literally buy a new component. For example, let's say you melted something, or I don't know, like you broke one of the legs of U8 or so. Then you can go over to DigiKey and order them there with this part number. So that's pretty good. That comes really handy if you do find yourself in the situation that you messed up. So let's see, R10. We do have R10 up here. So let me zoom in here. R10 is up here. Let me move the tray here a little bit so that you can place it a little bit better. There we go. R10 has been placed. Let me check with the goggles. Just want to make sure that it is sitting in the correct spot. I'm not sure if you can see this. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm sorry that I cannot. I don't have a microscope. That's one of my next shopping list items. D1 is backwards. Interesting. Oh yeah, you're right. Speaking about D1, you do see there is a line on D1, and the line needs to be on the other side of the opening. So we do see there's like an opening, like this white line, and it needs to be the other way around. Thank you for mentioning this. So those are some of the smaller things that you need to get used to when you are soldering stuff or doing electronics. The next one that I do have here in my hands is R12. Let's open R12 and let's take a look where we can find R12. I do see R9. I do see a couple of resistors. Still searching for R12. Ah, found it. It's right below U9. Here we go. Okay, let me open it up. Let me place it. Just fell over. There we go. Our Trev has been placed. Oh guys, this is really tickling me. Alright. Let's see, what else do we have here? We do have quality. What is this? J8. Do we have any J components on here? Ah, yeah, okay. That's also for the other side. So we do have obviously two sides on this one. Let's go ahead with some capacitors. We do have C30 and C31. Let's see if we can quickly find them, because there are really a ton of them on this board here. C30 and C31. It's kind of like hide and seek here, yeah, you know? Still searching. I probably should do I know that there is a way to actually near Y1. Let's see. Ah yeah, I'm sorry. There we go. It's up here. There is a way to actually open up a file and then you just type in the name that you want to see and it points out where this component needs to go. I haven't done this in my life, so I don't know how to use this kind of tool, but I know that it is out there. Yeah, let me open up the tray and then we can place it. Those capacitors also, as of my knowledge, do not have any sort of orientation, so they're really tiny. Let me move the board around. There we go, that's C31. And now let's take C30. There we go. Let me quickly check with my goggles. C30 is not really perfect. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Yeah, let's quickly go over to another camera angle, just for the sake of seeing what's going on here. Not sure if the camera is stuck or anything else. Yeah, seems like my camera is stuck. Okay. Let's move back to the other. All right. That is the interactive bomb. Yeah, Ben, you're right. I've seen it, but I never used it. That's the thing. So I probably should have it. Yeah, whatever. We do not have that many components left. Just a few. Let's see. So we do have R1, R4, R6, and R9. Or maybe I should open it. Let's see. I know that I do have. Is it in the latest master of the GitHub? I think so, right? I'm currently on the PC. iBomb HTML. There we go. All right. So I do have the iBomb of the Max. How do I change it to the? I'm not sure. I do have like the current master branch of the GitHub, but not sure if the iBomb is in another folder than bomb, because this bomb is for the Macs. I mean, it shouldn't be an issue, but I have no idea how I should see on this iBomb the actual board. Alright. Yeah, never mind. It probably would take a couple of seconds to understand what I need to do there. So we'll just play the game of hide and seek. So the next components that we do have is R1, R4, R6, and R9. Let me open them and then we can place them. Alright, I opened them. Let's take a look. I do see R1 right away. R1, there you go. This one is right over here. Alright, so the next one would be R4 or R6 or R9, depending on which we can find quicker. So here I do see, let me move the camera, there's R9, all the way to the left there. So let's place R9 really quick. Okay, let me move the board here. So let's place R9. Yeah, okay, that's messy. Let's try it again. There we go. R9 has been placed. Not beautiful, but it has been placed. So we do miss still R4 and R6. So let's see if we can find them. Let me zoom out here a little bit. That's the interactive bomb. Let me quickly open something up here. Ah, okay. I see something better here. Okay, let me switch to my screen so that you can see what I do have here. This is the I-bomb that Ben is talking about. So we are missing R4. Let's see if we can find R4 here. There we go. So we do see R4. R4 and R6. R4 is up there and R6. Where's R6? R6 is to the TP9. Alright. Okay. Let me go back to the one. So, R6, there you go. R6 is down there. Let's place R6 first. Let me grab the resistor. Yeah, obviously it's sticky again. There we go. Let me grab my goggles again so that I can move it just a tiny bit. There we go. So R6 has been placed. We are just now missing R4, and R4 should be up here. There we go. You see, there's R4. So let's place R4 as well. Let me quickly check over. You can type in the search board on the top. Yep. I will do this on the next one. All right. So R4 comes up on top here. Yeah, a little bit of noise in the background here. Some people might think that driving fast is cool, I guess. Alright, so we are good on this. Let's take a look on C38. So let me move over to the bomb and let me type something into the search box. I'm looking for C38. Okay, this is on top here. I mean, okay, it's kind of big. You can see it, right? But I'm just using the I-bomb. This is good. I should have used it from the beginning. Would probably save me like 5 minutes or so. But yeah, everything is a learning curve, you know, guys. That's why I'm doing this here, to give you a little bit of the understanding on how to do this. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes smooth hands. And I do like everything. That's why this one is so funny. Seems like the component is not willing to come out. There we go. I got it. C38. You go up here on top. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's move on. We do have R14. Let me type in R14. We do see R14 is all the way to the top as well. Yeah, it's from the resistors here, the second from the left. R14. Here you go. So I bet for me this will be the first and the last time doing something like this. I mean, it's kind of fun to do it, because now I do know what it takes to place all those components. And I can't imagine doing this all day long, to be honest. This is, it's not stressing me out or anything, it's just like, we have machines to do this, you know? We should use machines for this. I'm taking my time here for the resistor R14. Let me grab it. Let me move the board around. Let me zoom out a little bit. I hope the stream quality is better than last time. I have increased the bitrate this time. There we go. Placed R14. Perfect, perfect. C39. So let's go with the next one. C39. I do enjoy this interactive bone. Thanks, Ben. Thanks. I should have used this from the beginning. C39 should be to the right. C39, there it is, right here, a little bit to the right. Let me move over the camera. Right below R11. And after this I need to close my door, because it's getting really cold in here. So C39. C39, there we go. Ah, placed. Perfect. Okay, let me quickly close my door and I will be right back. 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead. What do we have? We have C40. Let's search for C40. Yeah, it's next to it. A little bit more to the left and a little bit up. C40 is the next one. There we go. It's also a capacitor. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit easier to place. The tiny components are a little bit hard to place for two reasons. One, they're really tiny, and the second thing is my tweezers are sticky for whatever reason. So I clean them every now and then just to have them not sticky. C40. Let's place you. C40. So the next one would be C41 because it's right above it. Let's place C41 next. Let me quickly adjust C40 a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to adjust the components as good as possible, and yeah, I'm doing so because as soon as I apply heat to everything, some kind of magic will happen and the components will float around, and you know, I just want to have them in the perfect spot so everything aligns perfectly in the first place. That's at least my plan. If it works out, I don't know. But today's stream was about assembling everything and not getting it to work. So if I get too tired, because it is already 9 p.m. over here in Europe, I might do a second stream, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'm a god-like placer and assembler and everything works out. Just joking, but maybe I'm lucky and I can do things right. So this one here is C41. There you go. I do remember the first time that I ever had made a live stream about all those things, I placed components like Q1, Q2, U8, and I put on solder paste just out of the tube and not with a stencil. So having a stencil and having or applying a good amount of it or the right amount of it is way better than doing it by hand. So the next component will be C43 and C51. Those are both the same. Let me get them out of the box. Let me show them to you. Here, those two ones. C43 is up is here, and C51. I will look it up after this. Let me place the C43 first, and then we go to 51. Let me get them out of the boxing. There we go. C43 goes here. And now I need 51. And 51 is all the way to the right. There we go. Right of Y1. Here we go, 51. I need to adjust 51. It's not properly seated. Also the solder paste is there a little bit less, so I might need to apply a little bit more after the first heating process. We'll see. Things will magically float around. So C45, let me do this one. C45 goes up here. You haven't seen it. Up here goes C45. That's the next component that we want to place. By the way, I really appreciate that so many of you guys are watching me doing this. And we are really going and making progress. Take a look on the board, how beautiful it looks. We will get this up and running. I bet that we will do so. And yeah, we will place all those components in here. I want to reply myself really quickly. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the channel. I really appreciate any question. If you want to know more about stuff like this, I'm really happy to answer them. If I'm incapable of doing so, I always refer to Ben because he knows a ton about this. I'm fairly new when it comes to electronical stuff. So if you ask me any electronical questions, I might look like a stupid idiot, but that's it. I didn't do much of an electronical class, so yeah. It is what it is. C45, here we go. There we go, that's C45. Now we do have a couple more components. Let me see where those go. We have U14. Oh, yeah, that's the ASIC. See, it's a brand new one, by the way. Let's take it out just for the sake of looking at it, and let's lay it on the tray just to have it there. Oh, that's so lovely. Take a look on it. It's kind of pre-soldered already. It's a brand new one. Those new ones, they look so shiny. I believe it's a new one. It looks new to me. It's a AG model, so yeah, perfect. There are a couple of different models out there. Let's have a U12. This one is the ESP. This will come also on the other side of the PCB. So we need to save this for later. We also do have a packaging of other components like the screen and the fan and stuff like this, and some legs. So that's beautiful. So everything that we really need to place on here are those two big ones. So that's 1 microfarad and that's 0.1 microfarad. I'm not sure if this is the right pronunciation in English. If it's not, I'm sorry. Let's start with the 0.1 microfarad because those are way less. All right. Let me take out the capacitors and let's start with them. Let's start with C1. C1 is below U1, so it comes here. Let me zoom in here for you guys. So let me open up the tray to get all of those capacitors out here. I have 2 out for now, so let's start with C1. There we go. That's a perfect placement. Okay, the next one will be C7. Let's see. C7 will go a little bit up. C7 will be here. You see, all the way to the right. So let me grab it sidewise. Let me clean my tweezers one time again. I don't want to have them sticky or anything else. Just be careful when placing components like this. C7 has been placed. Nice. So the next one will be C9. Black Mac 3 asks in the chat if I am doing videos about how to flash a Bitaxe. Yeah, I do have videos about it, and I do plan also to, if I face any issues in today's stream about this Bitaxe, I will obviously make another stream or at least a video about what I did to fix it and how to flash it. But the process of flashing it is nowadays so simple. We no longer need any cables that we need to solder on. We just plug it in via USB, usually via micro USB, but hopefully, I'm not sure in this kit that I got if they use USB-C, but I hope that most of the manufacturers adapt USB-C because I do hate micro USB for different reasons. So let me get out a couple more of those capacitors, then we can start placing all of them. So I have 4 more out, and we need to place, what was it, C9, I believe? C9 is next to C7. There, in between is C11. Let me grab one, and let's place C9. There we go, perfect. C9 has been placed. C19 is the next. Let me take a look where it is. C19 is next to U2. It's opala. There we go. C19 is up here. Let me grab one. Oh, wait 1 second. I need to move it around. There we go. By the way, if my voice or anything else is too low, just tell me in the chat. And RGZ, thanks for sharing this. So this kit here will come with USB-C, so that's perfect. I really do love USB-C. It's just the way that it doesn't matter how you plug it in, it's perfect. Okay, let's move on. We do have C20. That's the next one that we need to place. C20 is above U2, so we do see C20 is here. It would be ideal for me to have a oven, and 1 second, I need to align the capacitor again. It would be ideal for me to have an oven, because then I would obviously just place all those components, put it in the oven, and keep it in there for a couple of minutes, and that's it. But unfortunately, I do not have bought an oven for just soldering. I'm not doing it often enough, so I'm not bothering with it. So we do have C22 next, and C22 is down here underneath U5. So let's grab it. And let's try to place it. There we go. I'm trying to hold my breath to be a little bit more, you know. I'm so shaky. I'm looking at the recap and I'm so shaky. Insane. Okay, next one is C23. C23 is in reach. It's right to the left. Let me open the capacitor box a little bit more so that I can get a couple more out here. Okay, so C23, let's place you. Also, I need to be aware of, 1 second. There we go. Also, what I was about to say is I need to be aware of that while I'm speaking, I might produce some airflow, you know, so I need to be aware of that. I do not move the parts around that are laying right in front of me. The next one is C29. It's down there. So let me place this. Ah, damn it. Okay, let me grab my goggles. Okay, I aligned them. Stressing me out. So C33 is the next. Let's see where we find this one. It's next to the U7. And it has another orientation. So let me move it around. So what I'm trying to do, if you're wondering what I'm doing off camera, I'm trying to align those ICs so that I just need to let them go of my tweezers, you know? There we go. Easy. Oh, I was not showing it. So C33 is up there. Next one is C42. C42 is a little bit more up. Wait, C42. It's above Q1 and Q2. C42 is up here. So let's see, orientation is this, okay. There we go. And the last component is C52. C52 is all the way to the right. C52 is above C51. Let me get the orientation on this one. There we go. So C52 has been placed. All right. So we are done with this package. Now comes the bad package of 21 more capacitors, because we do not have enough of capacitors, so we need more. God, really, I do hate it now. I do hate it now. 21 of those. 21 of those. All right, let's do it. By the way, my desk now is looking like a mess. I do have all those tiny opened boxes floating around all over here. Yeah, okay, so let's start with C2. Where do we find it? C2 is next to U7. C2 should be here. There we go. By the way, I do enjoy this music. Yeah, I hope you can hear it as well. This is, by the way, copyright-free music. So, in case anybody of you is a Karen, just wanted to say that. Oh yeah. By the way, I really need to appreciate everything that's going on here. Like, having the opportunity to show to you guys, it is improving my own experience with all this stuff here. I'm really improving myself when it comes to electronic class knowledge and stuff like this. I'm improving also myself when it comes to programming and stuff and so on, because I do read code nowadays more often than I would have done without this project, probably. By the way, speaking about this, I'm not sure if you guys get annoyed by this, but I do. So there is a thing in the software of the Bitaxe that whenever it restarts or loses the connection to the pool, it goes in this initial cycle. So this is completely normal. It does a couple of tests and stuff, but it also ramps up the fan to 100%. And it's really annoying me personally. So I did a change of this. I'm not sure if it is worth to make a pull request out of it, because it is a minor change. I might need to show it to you guys. Yeah, we want to start with C2, so let's start with C2. Okay, interesting. We lost connection. 1 second. Let me move over to the other screen here. Yeah, I need to keep the screen up for now. 1 second, I need to replug my camera. I don't know why, but something is happening here. It's losing connection, weird. Okay, seems like my PC disconnected from the Wi-Fi of my phone. There we go. Otherwise, let's move back to the screen. So, there we go. We are back. We have placed C2. Let's go ahead with C3. It's right next to it. There we go. Let me quickly grab a pencil. C2 is done, C3 is done. We can place C6 and C8 right away because they are next to them as well. So let's place C6. Okay, let me grab my goggles here again. My eyesight is kind of limited. So C6 has been placed. C8 will be next. I need to open the tray a little bit more to get out more of those components. Also, I'm just getting out like 3 or 4 at a time, just for the sake to not have all of them floating around on the desk in case something falls down, you know? So I'm not sure if this is actually some sort of a tip and tricks lesson now, but yeah, it is what it is, you know? Seems like I do lost connection for a second. There we go. So we have placed C8. It's perfect. So let's go with a couple other components that we do see. So there are not that many points left here. Wait a second. I need to figure out something. Seems like I do have some download problems, but yeah, shouldn't interrupt the uploading process. So it might be that the music in the background is interrupted. Yeah, it is what it is. So what I was talking about is we do have a couple of those C points overall here left. They all should be the same, so I will try to place them all now. So let's go with C12 because this is the one that I'm seeing here nearest. C12, let me get this off my... There we go. Yeah, and let me quickly mute the music for now because it's interrupting for whatever reason. Mr. Breedy01 is asking for which kind of overview was this. The overview that I do had is the iBomb. If you do go into the Bitaxe repository and Ben, if you just scroll up a little bit, Ben posted it in there, the github.com/scott/bitaxe/blob, yada yada yada. Click on this. That's the iBomb. Download it and open it in a browser. Do not open it in Brave. I don't know why, but my Brave doesn't like it. But yeah. Then you can have like this overview. C15 is the next that we can place here. Let me get this off there as well, C15. All right, so I need to open up a couple more. It's funny, those capacitors are so tiny. So tiny. Yeah, I'm sorry for all the people that are not listening any music in the background at the moment. I do have some trouble with my internet connection for whatever reason. When it comes to the download side. I don't know. Telecom in Germany, you know? So let's place the next one. That might be C17. Oh damn, I lost it. Where is it? I lost my capacitor. Ah, there it is. C17. Alright. It's placed. Let's go on with the next one. We do have C18. Yeah, now it's a little bit quiet in the background. I'm really sorry for this. I need to fix my stuff. Let's reload this. Maybe it does work then. I'm not sure. Something is going on here in the background. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Probably my wife is watching some 4K movies. Alright, we do have C10 and C11 right next to it, so let's place those both. They are here, C10. And the next one that I want to place is C11. C10. C11 is right next to it. One second, I'm trying to adjust it in my tweezers. Should be placed in just a second. There we go. Has been placed. C11. So, I'm not sure if I lost connection. No, it seems like my upstream is fine, just my downstream is shit. It is what it is, you know. Alright, we do have some other components that we need to place. C14 is right next to it, so let's place C14. We do have C14 over there. So let's place C14. It could also be that I might have used too much of solder paste to some of those capacitors, but we will find out as soon as I apply heat. Let me get out more of those capacitors. We are halfway through, so after I'm done with all those capacitors, we can actually go ahead with the heating process and viewing to the magic happening here. I'm not silent or I'm not away, I'm just being very, very careful with the last capacitors that I do have here. Trying to get all of them out there. There we go. So I do have plenty of them now laying right in front of me. Yeah, I'm trying to load this the music, but let's see if we do find another one that I can listen to. Now it really seems like that my download is currently shit. Not sure what's going on. I still hope that you guys can listen to me. Would be nice if you can quickly say something in the chat. Stream quality seems to be nice. Let me quickly check if I can even reach anything. Okay, so my upload is working. Oh, okay, at least. Okay, thank you very much. I was worried that you guys cannot hear me. Let's proceed. We do have C16 right in my view there, and I want to place it. So let me grab one and let me place it. There we go. C16. Perfect. We do have C4 right next to it. So let me place C4. Not the dynamite, but the capacitor number 4. Here. And then we do have C5 also next to C4. Let me place this one as well. C5 is over here. All right. Okay, let's see. We do have a couple ones left. We placed C5. Yeah, we did. We placed C5. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those capacitors left, and then we can finally view some magic. It's amazing. Let's see. I do see C24 next to the TP13 down there. So let me grab one and let me place it. There we go. Not perfect, but it's working. Seems like it doesn't want to stay in place. I need to force it a little bit to stay in place. Oh, see? C24 is now a little bit better seated. That's good. Alright, what else do we have here? We do have C25 next to it. So let me grab another one. We do have C25 on this side here. There we go. We do have C25 now. We do have a couple ones left. C21 is a little bit above. C21 is up here. So let's place C21. There we go. So we do have left C18, 27, 35, 44 and 49. Let's search for them. Should be easy. C49 is all the way up there. Let's place this one right now. All right. Let me quickly check if my download is working again. Yeah. I don't know. If you do live in Germany, you will face internet issues all over the place. That's ridiculous. So we have placed C49. I do see C27 is right next to it. So let's place C27. There we go, C27. And I might have an issue. Let's see. Seems like I'm missing one capacitor. Or I have done some shit. Yeah, let's move over. We do have C35 next to U8. There we go. And I need to place two more. Let me see, C18 should be here. Okay, I already placed C18, so everything is fine. I was just not paying attention to my list. So the last capacitor that we need to place is C44. This is placed here, right above U10. All right. There we go. So now we do come to probably one of the most stupid things that I have ever done in my life. Trying to solder everything on here with a heat gun. Yeah. We will see how this works out. We still do have a couple of components that we could place here. For example, L1 and C13. Those are big ones. Those ones are missing currently. That's J8, that's USB-C, that's this one. Let me quickly sort everything. C13, let me place this one. That's one of the biggest ones, and usually when you do order those do-it-yourself kits, especially the one from Decentral, they do offer some sort of a partially assembled one. And I usually start with C13 because it's one of the easiest ones. So you do see that's the component. It does have this line on the left hand side, and this line needs to go upwards. So that's the direction how it needs to be. Alright, so that's C13, perfect. And we do have L1. L1 is also massive. It's also one that I usually start with, because usually it's, if you never have done such a thing like soldering for ever in your life, it's usually easier if you start with big components. It's the same behavior as like with playing with Lego, you know. And now we do have L1. And speaking about L1, I think there is no orientation for L1. No, there's none. Okay, so let's place L1. Let's adjust it a little bit. And now, yeah, perfect. Now we do see that the Bitaxe board has been assembled, but now we need to solder it. So let me fire up my heat gun. I do put it to 350 degrees because I'm not sure about this solder paste that I do have. The solder paste that I do have is, it's the one that I applied here is not really the best. That's what I think. But we will see. So I have put the airflow down to number 1 so that it is very, very slow. Because I don't want to blow away any of those capacitors. If I do so, it's either messy or I lose one of them. And I don't want to lose one of them. So this one here is hot, so let's see if this is too much or not. I start with the capacitor 29 and the resistor 2 down here first, just for the sake if I would lose one of them, it's a little bit easier for me to actually get them back. So I'm just trying to apply a little bit of heat here. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not sure if this was enough. Let me zoom in a little bit so with the camera so that we all can take a look on it. It seems like the solder paste is still... Yeah, they are still floating around. So this solder paste is really... yeah, probably you should use an oven instead of what I'm doing here. Just buy yourself an oven, like the ones on Amazon for what do they cost? Usually, I don't know, like 30 to 50 bucks, and then you stick it in there for 5 to 10 minutes, and there you go. But never use this oven that you used for soldering stuff for any food. Literally, don't do this. It's insane. So we wait till this board heats up. Yeah, interesting. So the board heats up also, the plastic of this board holder is heating up. That's not good. Yeah, take care plastic. Yeah, I do see. So we might need to start with another section. Seems like the section down there is, I don't know. I don't want to stick it into my oven because I use it for food, you know. Let's see. Let's start with U6. So the only thing that I can literally do here is just wait and yeah, we will see if things start moving or not. I mean, they should, right? They should. At some point. Uh, I really think that this sort of paste is shit. It's just my opinion. Yeah, I tried to use it before on another Bitaxe where I was trying to actually try to get what was it, an ASIC chip on there, because I had trouble with the ASIC chip and I was trying to get it on there, and I used this solder paste for the ASIC chip. It was hella problem to use this solder paste. I don't know why and what actually is going on there, but it seems like this solder paste is just shit. Maybe something is missing in the solder paste, and maybe I ordered a wrong one. Would be really a problem, to be honest, because I don't want to take them apart again. I'm currently at 350 degrees. We're going to melt the whole, take off the plastic. Yeah. You're right. Don't hold the board on top of the 3D printed holder. Yes, guys, you are right. That is correct. But speaking about this, I'm not sure if this solder paste is actually soldering. Let me take a look. I quickly need to go over to Amazon and take a look on my order, because I ordered it from Amazon. Usually you should order proper stuff. But yeah, let me get this one off here. I'm trying to be careful with it. It's, by the way, it's hot. It's really hot. So let's lay it down here. Okay, interesting. Seems like I can stream, but yeah, I cannot open other web pages. I probably need to restart my router. I'm not gonna do this right now. So we stick with the situation that we currently do have here. Let me increase the temperature. I'm going to like 300. I'm currently going to 370 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Let's start with a component up there. This one's a little bit too much. Let's see if we can get this capacitor to get heated up, and the solder paste should melt. Please melt. Damn, I do have another solder paste that I used before, and I do like this more, but I chose this solder paste because I know it has such a high temperature melting point, or a bad melting point. Oh, did you saw that? There, the one leg. So it is working. We just need to give it a little bit more time. So maybe I need to even increase the temperature even more. Could be. So one leg of U11 is soldered, nothing else. Perfect. So we're getting somewhere. As I said, the situation is not ideal. I'm kind of stupid doing this with a heat gun instead of a proper oven for melting stuff. But it is what it is. I cannot change it now. I hadn't had the time to order myself an oven just for this live stream. So bear with me. I'm not sure about this solder paste, to be honest. Maybe 1 centimeter away and close it just and directly down, then turn air to 4. You must be kidding me. it really seems like I'm burning stuff. But air to 4, this one, it feels like it's blowing stuff away. I'm not sure about this. Toaster oven really does make short work of this. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's hella of a mess to do it like I'm doing it right now here. It's really not beautiful. I'm not sure. What's the temperature that PCBs melt at or burn? I'm not sure if I'm burning my PCB here. So for all the kids out there, do not do what I'm doing here. It's stupid, but it's funny. I'm not sure. Like, okay, let me go up to 400. This is making me upset. But beeping in the background, yeah. 400 degrees. This is really making me upset a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than 400. I cannot take a look on Amazon because I don't know, my downstream is not working. So let's see. I got it up to 400. Maybe that's better. I have no idea. We will see. Let's move over to one of the capacitors. Ah, do you see this? That's beauty. Oh, that's beautiful. So 400 degrees is indeed way better. So let's move over to C45. Let's move over to U9 and the other capacitors. I hope that you guys saw that. That's the kind of magic I was talking about earlier. When you do heat those things up, they kind of flow to the right direction where they should be. And I'm not sure. Let me grab my goggles here. Ah, yeah. I was saying that I lost R11, but it's a DOP, so do not place. Let's move over to Y1 here. Yes, Ben, you're right. I should be a little bit more patient. You saw that? You saw that? That's amazing. Yes, I need to be a little bit more patient. And I want to increase my temperature. I'm going to 410. 10 degrees makes the difference, trust me. So that's perfect. Just apply a little bit of heat. Let's move over to the capacitors here. You see, they're floating. They're floating like they should. Let's move to D1. There we go. That's how this should work. I'm not sure about the top section, C38 and stuff. And U9. U9 is usually one of the bigger issues because it has a lot of tiny connectors underneath it, and sometimes it makes trouble. Yeah, let's move over to Q1 and 2. So Q2 is looking good, just having a little bit more heat over there. Let's move over to Q1. Let's move over to U8, just for the sake of being there. U8 looks good. Obviously, I need to inspect the PCB after I'm done here with this heating process. Let's move down here a little bit. Let me grab my tweezers and let me adjust the capacitors a little bit. I just want to have them there right in place. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on to C46, to all those capacitors that we do have here. Let's heat a little bit the L1, the big one. Let's heat it from the other side. Again, I really need to inspect everything and take a look if everything is literally connected correct or not, because this is something that I cannot see from this kind of distance. Like, I'm not blind or anything, you know. I'm just. Let me move U2 a little bit. Opla. Oh, damn, it's really getting hot on my hand. I need to move U2 better. Oh, interesting. Let me zoom out a little bit. I need to be patient with this. I do have this this blue thing here. It seems like it doesn't like the heat. You see this? Seems like it doesn't like the heat. Oh, man. I do have some third hands I can use to have it up in the air. So yeah, obviously this live stream is fun. We do have fun here. We do stupid things. So that's obviously perfect. Let's see if I can hold it up with my third hands. I'm not sure. PCB is kind of hot and I need to be gentle with it. There we go. Let me move this over. I'm trying to focus here, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to do so. Maybe I need to change the camera that I'm using. Yeah, camera management, you know? Camera management, that's the thing. Maybe we use this one. Alright, so let's go ahead. I was working on U2. U2 is not sitting properly. It takes a little bit for the temperature to rise. Yeah, while we wait, I think living on the edge is definitely a thing that I'm doing here, Scott. By the way, shout out to Scott. If you do not know this guy, he's a legend. He invented this, basically. Living on the edge is fine, especially when you're stupid like me and doing stuff like this on a live stream and you have absolutely no time frame for this and you think, sure, this will be done in like 2 hours. What are we streaming now? 2.5 hours. So yeah, I'm done with the back side of it. Obviously just with the placement and not with the actual heating process. Let me go up a little bit more here. I want to place R1 on this side here. Yeah, but Scott was right. Having an oven for this would make short progress of everything. Staying here doing this, waiting for the solder paste to solder down is kind of annoying, to be honest. So we got U2. Let's move on to other parts. Let's do the row of capacitors here next to the middle section. Let's wait for them to melt down. So let's move over to U10. It's also a bigger one. It already did. Okay, so we do have R16 here. So let's work with R16 quickly. Seems to be fine. So let's move on to C44. So what I'm trying to do now is like just go over all the components and see if they actually have melted solder paste near to them. And if not, I actually need to apply heat. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to be patient, I'm trying to be cool, you know. Okay, I do see that my R4 up here is looking weird. Let's see. Yeah, you cannot really see it on stream, I'm sorry for this. I really need to buy myself a camera or a microscope so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Imagine having a microscope and seeing me doing this stuff in high quality. Alright, Scott, take care. This is definitely proof of work, guys. This is definitely proof of work. So I'm choosing the most stupid way of doing this. So I'm telling you, if you do this, buy yourself an oven. Put it in there for 10 minutes and you're good. Now I need to sit here and do this by hand. I'm stupid as fuck, but you know, I love to do stupid things. Yeah, I'm just holding the heat gun now above U7 and some resistors and capacitors here in the hope of getting them to melt. But it really seems like this solder paste is, I don't know, it's not from this planet, it's stupid. At least working with a heat gun. I do know that I ordered it because it said something like low melting point. I'm not sure what they are thinking about a low melting point, but I'm now at 420 Celsius degrees, not Fahrenheit. But this is definitely not a low temperature for me. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a low temperature for you guys, but do need to be a little bit careful here. Do have a camera right above my head. Let's move on with some capacitors here to the right. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's now just a wait and do. Yep. I really should have picked the other solder paste instead of this one. That's a pain in the ass. I mean, at least now you do have the time to see how to not to do it. Let's move on a little bit down here to U5. Let me get the camera to it. Yeah, again, I'm still not sure about the low melting point here. Definitely this solar paste on Amazon will get a better review of myself. So let me quickly check if I have done everything. Alright. I think I might be good. You could use a preheating tool. Yeah, that's also true. It's also true. So LGZ was typing in chat that he knows he doesn't have the poor PCB design that we do have here. Has so much copper that we need to heat around. Yeah, it's it is what it is. My plan for now is to let this cool down. I will make a 5-minute break. I need to drink something, and then we will go ahead. So I will swap over to the initial countdown screen of stream is starting in. Don't worry about it. I will be back in 5 minutes. And take care. The music could be loud.
I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money. Laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's the dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now while building up the challenge. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this. Keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here, never looking back. I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit.
Alright, I'm back. I need to get myself a sausage and something to clear my throat. Download is also working again. So I do have some music in the background as well. Let's see. There we go. That's better music. Let's see if this one is still hot. That's okay. Okay, so now what I want to check is actually if all the components are kinda on the board or if they are still loose. You know, with this little amount of solder paste that we do have on here, it might be an issue to actually say if it has been soldered or not, because on the other side I will use another solder paste, but this one is really shit. It's annoying. Let me quickly inspect the U8 section. I will quickly need to do this off camera. Have a better look on it. I mean, so far, really props to you, Arjizan. The amount of solder paste I put on this PCB with your stencil is good. That is really good. The placement is not perfect of all those components. I do see that I have an issue with Q2. I will show it to you in a second. But so far, from the components, I just see a couple of things that I need to reheat. U5 and U6 are one of those, and 2 or 3 capacitors. Everything else looks kinda okay. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go ahead. Sorry, I need to eat something. So, alright. I do see that we have some issues here. If you take a look on U6, we do see the solder paste on the right hand side. It looks a little bit different than the one on U5. U5 is kind of soldered and U6 not. And that's what I'm trying to change here while applying some heat. So sorry if you cannot really see it now on the camera. I'm trying to do my best to show it to you guys. U6 is still sticky, so it's not loose. Now it's loose. Okay, perfect. Still need to put a little bit of heat on it, just to make sure that it is heated all the way. So it seems like, what I do believe, the solder paste that I do have is lacking some sort of flux. You know, this sticky stuff, I'm not sure where I do have my flux right now, but flux reduces the surface tension and therefore allows the solder to move to the position where it would stick, like to a surface with copper or gold or whatever. And I believe that this solder paste that I do have lacks a ton of flux. That's why we do not see a beautiful magic happening here. I will use on the other side in a second. I will use the other solder paste that I do have, because I'm really upset with this one. So let's move to Q2. Q2 is up here. I need to apply a little bit of heat to it because it's not sitting right. As you can see, no, you cannot. I'm trying to show it to you as good as possible, but there are some contacts here, or contact surfaces that we do see. This indicates to me that Q2 is not sitting properly. and then I need to apply some heat and reposition it a little bit. There we go, that's perfect. Let's make sure that L1 is also solid all the way. Good. Okay, I need to also redo U9 a little bit. I do see that U9 is from the angle that we currently do have. It looks like U9 is positioned perfectly, but it is not. It's a little bit too much, too down. And I also need to so there are some of what I'm trying to do here is there are some white lines, as you have seen on some of those components. These white lines are basically markers in which kind of position. You see it next to L1 here, the white line that we do have here. So this indicates where this component should sit, and U9 is not sitting perfectly. So that's why I'm trying to move it around. By the way, again, if you do have any questions, feel free to join into the Discord and ask me live in chat. Or if you want to ask me anything in text format, you can also do so in this stream here. There we go. U9 looks now a little bit better. Let's make sure that Q4 is also placed properly. This solder paste really is weird. I'm not sure about this solder paste really. You will definitely see immediately as soon as I do put the other solder paste on the other side what I mean. Like the other solder paste is really like magic. You heat it and it flows. But this one is weird. So I'm just checking if those components are still sitting on the board. Here looks everything alright. That's good. Checking all those bigger components, and I'm just putting my tweezers left and right to it, and I'm just wiggling it a little bit around. So to check if it is actually solid. One of the biggest issues that I might face is that those components such as Q2, Q1, Q9, U2, they do have connectors underneath them. So it might be that I haven't that the solder paste haven't flown in the right connection point. Then I might need to reheat it. Use a little bit of copper wire, as I do have. Let me show it to you. As I do have some here laying around. Use a little bit of this one, put a little bit of flux on it, and remove the solder paste that I do have on there. And then the next step would be to use the other solder paste that I do have and reapply it and reheat it. But that's actually how you would debug stuff like this. So now the board seems to be a little bit cooled down. So let me grab it. And let me turn it around. Ah, damn. It's still hot. It's still really hot. Yeah. So what we need to do is now we need to wait just for a second for the board to actually cool down. Then we can put it back into this holder here. And as soon as we do have it in this holder, we can use our stencil again. And this time I will use the other solder paste. So this time, currently, I need to clean up everything. Let me put the solder paste in the freezer for a second. Yeah, so right now I'm just cleaning the subway card. It's a little bit of advertisement, isn't it? Yeah. So let me get another tissue and let me clean out the stencil, because obviously the stencil is a little bit dirty, huh? Alright. By the way, I really appreciate it, and I really need to thank everybody of you who's still watching this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for viewing my content. I really appreciate it. It's really what I love to do. And I really hope that I can do this way more often. So we will see what will happen in the future. So I'm just cleaning off the stencil with isopropyl alcohol currently. And the tissue. And then we can process with the other side. Okay, stencil seems to be clean now, kinda. I also need to close my window in a second. Let's attach the PCB. PCB is now cooled down, that's perfect, so we can put it in here. Also, a good thing about it is that it's so easy usable. I just put it in here and take a look on the side down here. So we do see that there's plenty of room for all those components. Alright, let's put on the stencil. And this time we will definitely be using, oh wait a second, there might be something underneath it, or no, there's actually something underneath it. 1 second. Alright. So let's apply some new solder paste, but this time the better one, or the one that I do like more, is the better way of saying it. Let me apply this stencil. So stencil is now on. It's spot on. I quickly grab the solder paste. 1 second. Alright, so this one here is the other solder paste that I do like more. It says it solders, or it melts at 138 degrees. I'm not sure about this temperature, but it melts way quicker than the other one. So actually, let's apply it. 1 second, I need to clean off the tip. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, let me see. I just apply a good amount next to this here. And let's use the handy subway card for this. Yeah, okay, I definitely need more solder paste. Alright. Let's change the paste. Okay, alright. This one is looking a little bit better, huh? Isn't it? I will show it to you in a second. There we go. Have I missed any spot? No, I haven't. Okay, let me take off this one and let's take a look on. It's looking good, guys. That's looking good. Wait, I show it to you. I show it to you. That's spot on. This solder paste is way better. I'm telling you. Okay, so let me clean the stencil first and my card, because I don't want to produce any more mess in here. Just takes a second. So I do have enough time to grab myself a zip to clean my throat again. Alright. So some alcohol in the tissue and on the stencil. By the way, again, I have changed a little bit of the music noise level. If you think that's annoying or anything else, let me know so that I can change it. Otherwise, I will just keep it how it is at the moment. Yeah. So, stencil is kind of cleaned. Perfect. I'm kind of cleaned. That's also perfect. So now, here comes the really interesting part. We will see how the magic should look like. Let's get the board out here. And I do see, there's like, I'm not sure if this is visible here, for J8. Do you see this? There's like, the solder paste is a little bit off. Not too much, it's fine. I mean, I think it should be fine. It's just like a millimeter, you know? I mean, we will see. The worst that could happen is that I do have issues with the USB connection. We will see. We will see. So let's grab my third hands here. And let's start soldering with a little bit more fun. Because this one is way better. Oh. There we go. So I will quickly grab the ESP module. Clean this here. And the other tweezer as well. So here we do have the ESP module, and yeah, I don't think that I need the tweezers for it. Just need to be gentle. There we go. So I can reduce the heat now to like 330, because this one is another solder paste, and this one is way better when it comes to heating. Let's see if I can change the camera as well. Alright. I'm not sure if this is too much solder paste, but we will see. There we go. Do you see this? That's how magic should look like. Okay, let's move on to this side. Okay, let me take a look on the other side. That unfortunately I cannot show to you currently. I really need to improve my camera setup. I will do in the future, but for now this should be fine. Also probably I need to buy myself some sort of a wireless microphone so that the voice does not change all the time, you know? I just keep the heat gun on the ESP now for a second. Reason being is in the middle underneath is also a pad that I want to solder. I just try to be smooth and slow and steady with it. Alright. This seems good to me. Take care when soldering the BM1366. Yeah, I know. I've soldered and desoldered a ton of A6 these days. It's something. It's really something else. When I do take a look on the... Let me take a look on this. Yeah, I'm not sure about the USB connector. It seems to me that the USB connector is a little bit off, especially the solder paste. So yeah, there we go. So J8, that's the USB connector. I already sadly have applied a little bit of heat to it. You see the first 3 pins are already soldered a little bit. That shouldn't be an issue. But I'm not sure if the connector will actually connect how I want it. And desoldering and resoldering USB connectors is that's no fun, guys. I'm gonna tell you, that's no fun. So let's hope for the best. Pray to God that this one will be good. Because after we have done everything on this side, we can actually go ahead and try to use this device. If for whatever reason I messed up with some soldering on this in today's stream, I will not proceed and try to debug it. This stream shall be just about the assembly. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let's go. Let's take a look on J8. Let's move this board around so that you do see what I'm doing here, or what's going on there. It's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. That's how we want it. Let me inspect it. 1 second, I need to bring it off camera. Now it seems like we do have 2 bridges. That's not big of a deal. Let's move on. So what I was talking about, I do have 2 bridges here. I do have 1 bridge over here to the left, and I do have a bridge here and 1 here. So what I will do is I will grab this piece of copper, or actually this one here, and I'll try to use one of the copper wires and gently try to apply heat, and at the same time I'm trying to get rid of the shortage, and then it should be fine, hopefully. Okay, let's move on. We do have a couple of reset switches. our switches in general. That's switch number 1. And that's switch number 2. I really need to be gentle. Alright, that's good. Let's solder them. Oops. Interesting. Oh, I'm melting it. Yeah, I need to be careful with them. Probably what you should do is use some sort of a heat shield or anything else, you know, so that when you try to apply the heat to it, that you do not melt the plastic as I do. It should be fine. As always, an oven is way better than what I'm doing here. By the way, I'm not sure about switches are best done with iron. Yeah, you're right. Switches are best done with an iron. That's correct. So let's move on to one of the easier parts, the C28, the big one that we do see down here. That's an easy one. For this one, it also doesn't have an orientation, and that's something I want to show you quickly. Let me get this out of the box. So this one here is the capacitor, and when you take a look at the footprint, it has some sharp edges on the right hand side and those not sharp edges on the left hand side, and this footprint needs to meet the white lines on the PCB. As you can see, sharp edges down and not so sharp edges up there. So that's the orientation how we want to place it. Oops, my tools are falling down. There we go. Let me apply a little bit. No, you're right. These two with an iron. Yes, you're right. Don't be stupid. Okay. So, let's go ahead with the ASIC actually, because I need to unplug the heat gun and then re-plug the the iron. So this one here is the ASIC, and this one here. And as you do see, it has a ton of pins. It also has an orientation, but the orientation is pretty simple. It does have a dot, and it needs to match the dot on here. That's interesting. So the way how the naming of this chip is written is inverted in this case. I'm wondering why we do put it in on here like this and not. I bet it doesn't matter. So give me a second. I need to be gentle with this one. Looks good to me. I'm applying heat right now. Okay, it's moving around, that's not good. Needed to put it in, so those pins are really small, so I need to be gentle. And also I need to take care that I do not burn my hands. This is freaking hot. So I think the ASIC looks good. Obviously you cannot tell by this camera. It's really not the best quality. I mean, it's an iPhone 15, but yeah. Let me quickly check off camera. Interesting. I need to reheat it again. So it's actually not soldered all the way. I need to apply a little bit of pressure onto it. Now let's heat it first. What I'm worried about right now, why I'm doing this, is maybe I have not enough temperature. The ASIC does, this one is pre-soldered, or it's pre-tinned. That's what it's named. It's pre-tinned, meaning it has some solder iron. It has some solder paste already tinned to it. There we go. Now this looks better. I increased the temperature about to 380 degrees right now to seat it more properly. Yeah, that's what I want to see. You see all the blobs on the left and right hand side? That's what I want to see. It indicates, okay, there's a little bit too much solder paste, but that's okay for now. The issue that I saw before that was that it was not sitting all the way on here, and now it is. Ah, damn, it's hot. Do not try this at home, I'm not sure if I'm doing... Yeah. So I got rid of the blobs to the left and right. Now I can actually power down my heat gun, and I can plug in my my solder iron. 1 second. Need to swap a couple of things here. So let's get my solder iron. Also, by the way, I do not use any fancy stuff or anything else here. All the things that I'm doing here is with cheap equipment. Not like bad equipment, but it's not that expensive. I'm not a professional, so I don't want to spend like hundreds of dollars on stuff that I'm not using regularly. So there we go. Okay, heating. My solder iron is heating up. Perfect. I really need to quickly apply a little bit of heat to the ASIC from the left and from the right. Reason being for this, I want to do this with the solder iron, and therefore I do have a flat tip on this solder iron. Reason being is I want to make sure that it's really seated and all the connections are good. Yeah, and let's quickly put on C28 back again. But after this, we are basically done. So it took me 3 hours and like 20 minutes to get this done. For one Bitaxe, of course, it's a huge amount of time, and I obviously have done a little bit of soldering before this stream. So I'm not completely new to this, but it's a good tutorial. It's a full length tutorial on how to do this with a little bit of me shit talking and answering your questions as good as possible, having a little bit of background music. So I think it's a tutorial that can be used for future projects if you ever find yourself in the position that you think, yeah, I now want to go 100% into soldering and you want to try something like solder a Bitaxe yourself. Here you go. Alright, so let's take a look on my ASIC. So gently go over the edges. Let me clean the tip first. Let me shave, let me take a look if it is hot enough. Yep, it's hot enough. It's melting solder iron. It's good. Other side. Perfect. There we go. So let me see that I do C28 as well. You know what, let's apply a little bit more solid paste. Just to C28. Maybe we should do factory too sometimes. Yeah, Ben, definitely. Like, taking a look on what those machines can do is absolutely insane. I do have seen some pictures from you, I believe, from the machines that you bought yourself. Seeing what they do is literally insane. So let me apply some solder paste here, because I definitely never want to do this again. RGZ Electronics, thank you so much for providing me this kit. I really appreciate it, and I will make a follow-up video or stream about this Bitaxe if it is running or not. But trust me, I will never do this again. This is it's not about the time that it uses, it's about the patience you want and you need. I don't want to be patient, to be honest. I love when things go quick. And I think a partially assembled one would be also a good idea. RGZ, maybe you can put something like a partially assembled one also in your shop. I think you only sell currently a fully assembled one, or this 100% do-it-yourself kit, as we currently do it here. So I think there might be a market for those less educated people when it comes to soldering, to have a kit that is partially assembled and you just need to put on a couple of components, maybe the ASIC, you know, big components. And the ASIC is the end game or the end boss of this. So let me see if I can now quickly grab my tweezers and let me see if I can get a little bit rid of the shorts that I do have on the USB-C connection. Or maybe I can... Ah, it's working. Okay. Let me take a look on it now. Okay, okay, that's perfect. Let me take a look on the ASIC. The ASIC looks like a mess. Now it's getting better. I just applied a little bit of heat with the flat iron to the left and to the right. And now we do have a Bitaxe assembled. Obviously we do need a couple more parts. Where is it? 1 second, I do have a couple. Where's the last plastic bag? There we go. I do have one last plastic bag this here. And in here we will find a couple of components that we actually do need. So obviously the screen itself can go here. So this one will be soldered here. You would usually just use your solder iron and let me show it to you. So let me use those third hands so that you guys see what I'm doing. See, now it's perfect, and let me zoom in. Now you see I do have those pins. Let me grab a little bit of soldering wire. Where do I have some that I want to use? Here. Okay. I do have some solder wire here. And let's go ahead and let's solder on the connector for the display. See, that's easy. That's easy. The next thing that we need to solder on is actually the power connector, or the barrel adapter. See, now we can actually put in the display right here. Isn't this perfect? Easy, easy. So we do have this barrel adapter here. Let's take a look. This will be connected like this. And then we need to solder it on this side here. So I need my third hand as well. And let me do it like this. Let's grab a little bit of solder wire. If I'm not loud enough. Yeah, it is what it is. The microphone is to my right and I'm speaking clear ahead, so we need more. Opala, that's not good. There we go, that's good. See this one as well. See it a little bit better. There we go. So for this 5-volt adapter, you want to make sure that you really cover everything in your solder, because there is current going over this, and you don't want this to be a resistor. There we go. Easy, isn't it? What's left? One thing, and that's the fan adapter all the way down here. It's the only thing that we need to actually, wait, let me zoom out. So the fan adapter down here, that's actually the only thing that we need to solder on here. So let me get this. This is the fan adapter. What I want to do is I want to get the third hand here and the other side over here to hold it like this. Now we can zoom in again. And let me do the last work. And then we're actually done. Really done. Like, this Bitaxe is then assembled. 3.5 hours. That's good. Clean the tip again. I don't want to have any gunk on there. A little bit more. Not too much. No, that's enough. And here a little bit. It's not that much current that's going over the fan adapter. So, it's looking good. Let's take a look on what we have done. So, we do have a fully assembled Bitaxe. So this is really, really nice. By the way, I do see this right now. We do have two different options on how we could actually connect the power adapter, either way from top here or from the side. I usually do it on the side because I do have a board on the wall, and I do have a ton of those barrel connectors, and I just keep one stacked to the other, or all of them are stacked like to the next one. And I don't know, I just like to use it like this. But I might want to use one that does use this one to actually stack those Bitaxes like on top of each other. Would be interesting to see. So let me quickly do a last visual inspection of everything. Because what we want to do is we want to test if at least the thing is powering on. If not, it's not a loss, it's still a win. We assembled a complete Bitaxe in a live stream, so that's impressive. I just want to quickly grab some thermal paste that I do have here. I use some Arctic one. Oh, that's way too much. Wait. That's way too much. Just a tiny amount. There we go. Still too much, but it is what it is, guys. Alright, so also in this kit comes this fan with a heatsink. One thing that I personally do hate about this fan, and this has nothing to do with RGZ electronics, it has to do with the design of the fan. These ones, these plastic tips, they melt fucking quick. Like if you do some stuff with your Bitaxe, they melt. Trust me, that's not good. It's annoying. I noticed this multiple times. So let's plug them through here. Let's get them through there. It's also a pain. Trying to press them through there. Usually they don't like this. This is insane. There we go. Got it. First one is in. Let's take the second one. There we go. So I do have both now in here, as you see. Now I just put it on here. I hold it tight and just press through the PCB. The other side as well. Oh, this is taking some effort. Damn. Let me use my tweezers and help it a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's plug in the fan. Let's see if it works. Let me grab one cable. Which one should I take? This one. Let me quickly unplug one of my other Bitaxes. Let's see if the, yeah, this one's off. There we go. We do have a power supply here. I mean, guys, the fan is spinning, so we do have some success. The next step for me would be to actually go over to the PC, plug it in via the USB-C connector, and see if I do have a connection. But for today's stream, that's a win. So we do see at least the fan is spinning. That's really amazing. So thank you guys for staying with me, for bearing with me this entire time. It really means a lot to me that you guys view the stuff that I do. And yeah, I really appreciate it. I really thank everybody of you. And for today's stream, that's basically it. I will keep a little bit of music on, but the assembling is over. We have officially assembled a Bitaxe on our own. The next step is to figure out if it is working, and I will do some testing off stream. If I can get it to work right away, I will just make a Twitter post. And by the way, if you do not follow me on Twitter, do so, because I regularly post stuff there that I do. If everything is working, I will just post on Twitter about it. If not, and we do need to do some debugging, I will make a video or another live stream about it. But I'm not sure if I can do this during the holidays. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for staying here. You're the guys that are driving me. I really appreciate it. So I will switch the screen. You will enjoy some music and see you on the next one.
I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money. Laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just